Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Luna Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight's Love in Astrology, we're going to be looking at the week of June 16th through June 22nd. Please remember, guys, we are multi-streaming, so we are on 3 different platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, all at the same time, and I believe everything is working, so that's great. All right, guys. So tonight we're going to be talking about the Capricorn full moon. And I want to remind you guys there's a lot of astrology that's happening this week, the 16th through the 22nd. We did go over all of June transit states. You can find that live under our live tab on our YouTube channel. But today we're going to focus on that summer solstice that's coming in on the 21st. It's going to be happening at the same time you have Capricorn full moon. I'm going to tell you some fun facts about the Capricorn, or need to know facts about the Capricorn full moon. I'm going to give you some tips on self-care practices that you can do during this full moon energy. And then I'm going to give you some tips on how to manifest with the Capricorn full moon. All right, so let's jump in and get started. I will be doing a collective read after this information, of course, and then, of course, I will offer some free and paid readings at the end. Vanessa and Michelle on Facebook. Hello, ladies. I seen Vanessa got to check out my shorts today. Thank you, Vanessa. All right, guys, so let's get started. 5 need to know facts that you need to know about the Capricorn full moon on the 22nd. Let's start with date and time. So this full moon is going to happen at the end of the week on the 22nd. It's going to happen at 10. It's going to peak at 10:39 p.m. UTC time. So if you guys are wondering how that correlates with you, I am in the United States and I'm in a central time zone. So that's going to be 5:39 p.m. for me. Some planetary alignments during this full moon. You're going to see that the sun will be in Cancer while the moon will be in the opposite sign of Capricorn. And this is going to create a potent opposition between the two luminaries. So, of course, Cancer is a very motherly, nurturing energy. It's all about family. And then Capricorn is very much sometimes considered like the father, right? So there does seem to be this head to head type of energy with mother and father, definitely a home situation. And what I'm going to say about that is it can definitely go 2 different ways, right? It could be a disagreement and a battle, and like a battle of wills, especially with Capricorn energy at this time. Or it could be where these two energies, mother, father, Cancer, Capricorn energy, come together and make their commitment stronger or more dedicated to their commitment, right? So it's one of those 2 things could happen with this energy. Let's see. So some themes and energies with Capricorn full moon. It's going to emphasize the need for structure, discipline, responsibility, of course, because that is all Capricorn energy. And it can bring a sense of seriousness, ambition, and a focus on long-term goals and practical matters. I think ambition is going to be the key word there. I feel like that's really what we're all focused on at this time with this particular full moon. So some influences on zodiac signs. I don't really normally do this particular part again because I study the charts, the birth charts, right? But let's talk about it because I feel like you're going to hear a lot of other astrologers talk about these particular signs. So it is going to be particularly strong for the cardinal signs. So we're looking at Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, and Libra. So if you have sun, moon, or significant planets in that sign, you could feel these effects more intense. And for those of you that study astrology, study your birth charts, right? And you know where your planets are, I would tell you to look at Saturn. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, and that is going to be the planet that I feel is going to make the most impact in our individual lives personally. So, and I did put that on the bottom, guys. If you struggle to understand your birth charts, please reach out to me. I do a birth chart consultation, interpretations. So links for that is always going to be in the description box. All right, so potential challenges that can happen with the Capricorn full moon. It can bring a lot of feelings of, and tell me if you guys feel like you've already felt this energy, right? It can feel a lot of pressure. You could feel restricted, like you're trying to do something and there's just a lot of like red tape, things in your way. You're not able to get done what it is that you're wanting to get done. A sense of heavy responsibility. I think that's the biggest one for those of us collectively here at PLR. But it's going to be really important that we balance the need for structure and discipline with self-care and emotional expression during this time. All right, I'm going to jump over to the next one because this is going to help you with the self-care and emotional expression. Did I see Mallory? Hi, Mallory. Natalie and I are Capricorn. I love that. All right, guys. So 5 tips for practicing self-care with the Capricorn full moon. This is going to be really important because this full moon, Capricorn energy is the goat. Remember, it's the goat that's climbing the mountain with every obstacle it could possibly have. So it's definitely very determined type of energy. So I feel like we're going to feel, like I said earlier, that heavy sense of responsibility, and really practicing these self-care tips could help you move through this energy a lot easier. So the most important thing when you're practicing self-care is that you establish a routine. So you have to do it every single day from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, right? This is really how I feel like I healed mostly. Hi, Sherry. But I feel like I had to make a routine from the time I got up. Like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up. I'm going to wash my face. I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to practice my yoga. I'm going to have, eat well. I'm going to make a good breakfast. I had to have a very structured schedule. I'm going to work out on PLR from this time to this time. I had to even like set alarms to schedule breaks. And we're going to talk more about that in a moment. But I feel like that's one of the hardest things we do to ourselves is we don't give ourselves a break. So really, you want to use the grounded Capricorn energy to create and refine a daily routine that supports your well-being. So this could be about regular sleep schedules, planning ahead. It could be about exercise, relaxation. Again, the meals I think is going to be really important, like what you're eating, what you're intaking. You want to prioritize relaxation. There it is. So I feel like we definitely skip this part. It's like we give ourselves a schedule and we tell ourselves we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this, but we don't give ourselves the break time. So balance the Capricorn drive for productivity and achievement with intentional relaxation practices. So consider taking a warm bath or practicing meditation or engaging in a hobby that brings you joy. And some people I know some of you guys are reading that and you're like, what does that mean? Literally anything that makes you happy. If it makes you happy, it doesn't have to be productive. Again, that's the whole point of the break, right? So I think that's going to be key with this Capricorn full moon. You want to connect with nature. That's really easy. You can just spend time outdoors. You can go for a walk. Gardening is really good for spending your energy or mixing your energy with nature energy. Simply just sitting outside and watching the natural world. I do this often and it does help me ground myself. I work at this beautiful lake, right? So I have this beautiful view all the time. One of my favorite things that I enjoy doing at work is cleaning out the mining sloughs. So people will come and they buy the crystals and the gems, right? And they're all in the sand and the dirt. And they have to pour it into the little tray, and you put your little tray in the water, you know what I'm talking about? And the water flows through the little mining slough, and you can, pan for gold, right? And so when they're done, all that dirt is in the bottom of my slough. So I have to go through there and clean all of that out. I'm literally like facing this beautiful lake while I'm doing this. It's one of like, I don't know, it takes maybe 5 minutes to do, but I really enjoy it and I really take my time doing it because I get to ground myself and spend this beautiful time in nature. So again, that's going to be something that's really important with this particular full moon. Also, you're going to want to delegate and seek support. So remember, this full moon makes you feel like you have everything on your shoulders. You're responsible for everything, right? So you want to recognize when you need to, or you want to ask for help, or when you need to delegate tasks out to other people. So this energy can sometimes lead to taking on too much, right? Capricorn energy is definitely about too much on their plate most of the time. So you want to reach out to trusted friends, family, or professionals for support. All right. The 5th thing, practice self-compassion. This full moon may bring feelings of self-criticism, high expectations. You want to counteract this practice, but you want to counteract this by practicing self-compassion. So such things as like practicing positive affirmations or just gently talking to yourself. I don't know about you guys, but like I'm really hard on myself. I'm constantly beating myself up. And it's like one of the things that I'm learning through this awakening process are speaking affirmations and just speaking kindly to myself internally, right? All right. I put on there, remember guys, that self-care is not a one size fits all approach. So you will have to experiment with different practices until you find the one that works best for you. All right, last thing I want to talk about before we get to the collective, I want to give you 5 tips on how to manifest with this particular Capricorn full moon. So each full moon has its own energy, right? And if you tap into that particular full moon energy, you're more likely to be successful in what it is that you're trying to manifest. Does that make sense? All right, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to set practical, realistic goals because Capricorn full moon really encourages us to focus on things that are tangible, things that you can actually achieve. So take some time to reflect on what it is that you want to accomplish in the material world because again, material world is Capricorn energy. You want to tap into your self-discipline. Capricorn energy is all about hard work, determination, and patience. So you want to use this time to create structured plan to commit to following through on your goals step by step. Number 3, you want to prioritize your responsibilities. The Capricorn full moon shines a light on your duties and obligations. So you want to review your schedule and ensure that you're dedicating adequate time to your most important tasks and commitments. And the 4th thing, you want to seek out mentorship or advice. So Capricorn value experience and expertise. So reach out to trusted elders, authorities, or seasonal professionals who can provide guidance in your manifesting journey. You want to practice self-discipline and delayed gratification. This is number 5, and this one is going to be key. Practice self-discipline and delayed gratification. It's going to be so hard for so many of us, right? We're all about instant gratification. Well, the Capricorn full moon is going to encourage you to resist instant gratification in favor of long-term rewards. So exercise patience and persistence as you work towards your goals. The key is to approach your manifestation work with a mature, pragmatic mindset during this Capricorn lunation. Slow and steady progress will serve you best. All right, guys, that's all I have on Capricorn full moon. These are the readings that I'm going to be offering tonight. So I am going to be offering a free Capricorn full moon reading. It is a 4-card spread. There is the spread right there on the screen so you guys can see what energies we are looking at. But I am going to start with a collective reading first. Man, that was so much talking, but I wanted to share all that information because it's so important. All right. Let me drink my tea. I made the honey chamomile tea today. I knew it was going to be a lot of talking, so I was like, I might as well prepare, right? Capricorn energy. I got a new mug, guys. Amelia picked it out. I don't know if you guys can see it. See if I can scoot it back. She picked it out and said it looked expensive because it's got the one black eye. Michelle says, I tell myself that I'm proud of myself for making the changes that I have in my life, and it helps. Absolutely. Mallory says, I crochet and do diamond paintings. Mallory, there's so many people getting into that diamond painting. There must really be something to that. It's going to be something, like, it must make people really relaxed. I feel like it's so small, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm blind. So it's like, I feel like it would, I don't know, drive me crazy, like looking for the numbers, but I guess people really, really like it. What, yeah, I'm 30, 130. Sherry. What kind of dog do you have, Sherry? Spencer is an American pit. He's actually at his brother's house right now, and he's been spending a lot of time there, and it's been really weird for me to adjust. It's so weird. It's like when he's with me, I'm like, oh my gosh, this dog follows me everywhere I go. And then when he's not with me, I'm like, oh my gosh, where's Spencer? All right, guys, let's start collective. Remember, guys, we're going to look at masculine and feminine energy. So everyone has both, right? Your masculine energy is your fight and protect. I didn't mean to say fight. Provide and protect energy. I mean, it is Mars energy, so it could be fight energy. Feminine energy, your nurturing, self-care energy. Masculine energy, I always say, makes you lock your doors at night. Hi, Pooja. And feminine energy, I always say, makes you wash your hair. And I am using a Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. I want to say, Pooja, these are your favorite, aren't they? I want to say you told me they're your favorite. So yeah, I must have been calling for you. All right, let's look at masculine energy. Passion and pleasure, savor your life is here. It's that card. I used to really correlate this card with Diana because she got it one time right before she went on a camping trip. And it definitely reminds me of like people camping. It shows the little camper on the side there. There's family, there's children. It looks like 2 children. And there's a little fire going that looks like the couple is dancing around the fire, playing a tambourine, playing music. So it's like, spending time with friends and family is the energy that I'm getting, and which really would make sense with this Capricorn energy. This Capricorn energy really has us all focused on our families, and I mean like our intimate families, our immediate families, the people that we live in the same home with, or the people that our goal is to live in the same home, right? All right, let's look at feminine energy. We have faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. I see choosing your path. All is possible. So I'm getting a little bit of a feeling here, and I'm just going to spit it out. The passion and pleasure card. I'm getting this energy of trying to grasp for something, hold on to something. Maybe trying to like one last hurrah type of energy. I'm definitely getting like Hail Mary type of energy. Hail Mary is like when you feel like this is the last, I can't think of the right word, like the last possible option you have to make something happen. For a lot of these masculines, it could be something that they dreaded doing, or maybe thought they would never do, or maybe they're having to be like vulnerable and face something that they thought they would never have to face. Definitely, maybe they're doing that for their family. Maybe they're doing that so they can experience passion and pleasure. Maybe they're doing that because they're trying to savor their life. Right? Faraway places for divine feminine. Get ready for new horizons. I'm definitely getting a little bit of like an upset here, like something unexpected. I wouldn't say it's bad, or like I wouldn't say that it feels scary or anything like that, but it definitely, to me, feels unexpected. And then on the bottom, we've seen that one card that said something about all is possible. So it's like, it could have something to do with like maybe you have more options than you realized you had. Maybe you thought something wasn't possible and you find out it is. We're going to do bridging energy next. So bridging energy is the current spiritual lesson. So depending how these readings relate or correlate for you, this is the spiritual lesson that you're learning at this time. Of course, if you're here at PLR, you could have counterpart energy, and it wouldn't matter if you're together, not together, different people, different places, it's still the same lesson. You have impasse. I felt that. I felt like this energy is trying to do something, like one last time, one last hurrah, and this energy is already moving in a different direction. Impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. It's almost like the two have come to an impasse. We can no longer continue down this path that we were on. I'm going to say something that's going to seem whatever, but again, I'm just trying to get it out. The reflect and redirect your energy, the impasse, is giving me a little bit of separation. I almost said separation anxiety. But no, it's just giving me a little bit of like separation. Like I'm going this way and I'm going this way. So it's like, but it's kind of like going our own way, but the energies are still very much together down the one path. I know that doesn't make sense. If you're on the journey, it makes sense. I know. But it's almost like it's this realization, right? It's the same thing that I'm always saying. It's about the purpose and not the person. So it's like almost this realization where both realize, oh my gosh, this thing happened because I have this purpose. I have this thing that I'm supposed to do. It's like this aha moment. And now that there's this like aha moment, it's like, oh, we run to go do it, right? On the bottom, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty. I feel like that's just a big confirmation of the aha moment that I was feeling. All right, I pulled out Gilded Tarot. So let's look at that masculine energy, passion, pleasure, savory, or alive. It was definitely giving me this like Hail Mary. I'm going to try this one last time. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Ace of Pentacles flies out. So big confirmation there. New beginning, new start, new offer. The World card comes out. There's that Saturn energy. I'm going to give it everything I've got. I'm going to do everything right. I'm going to follow the rules. Knight of Cups. Ooh. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop delivering my cup of love to everybody I know. I'm going to learn how to pour into my own cup. This is a divine masculine that is, I almost wanted to say come full circle. This is a divine masculine who believes that they have taken care of themselves for a long time, probably since a small child. Maybe there was lack of parenting, lack of parents. Maybe the parents were busy. So it's like this divine masculine has always like tried to get this energy of, the words are not coming to me today. This energy of love, right? Just love from everyone else. So it's like now they realize, maybe now there's an understanding, oh my gosh, maybe it's because they like are learning in their own family dynamics, that there's something they need to heal with this love energy, right? So that it's very much this energy of realizing that they've been pouring their depletion on everyone, and realizing that they have no one to blame but themselves. Like, I understand there could have been, like, you know, poor childhood, or, you know, not the greatest happy life, right? But it's like this energy of, I understand now that it's my responsibility to heal myself, to give myself this cup of love instead of trying to give it to everyone else, or get someone to put something in my cup, right? I know sometimes you guys are like wondering, what is she talking about? What is this cup? The Emperor comes out. The Emperor is about taking charge. It's definitely this energy of, like I was saying earlier, taking responsibility, taking charge, taking your power back from something. I feel like this divine masculine could have a family, could have children, and it's like they see, this happened to me not too long ago. This happened to me, so this would have happened like collectively to divine feminine. It was this energy where, like, we started to see where our generational curses were coming out and playing out in our children's lives. It immediately made us take 2 steps back. Like, we immediately stopped chasing. We immediately stopped the obsessive thinking. We immediately realized it had nothing to do with us in the first place. This was a much greater picture, a much greater situation. We started thinking about children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, our lineage, right? And that's what's happening to divine masculine right now. So when divine feminine buckled down and was like, okay, I've got this purpose. I can't run from spirit. There's something I have to do. Apparently, Rosa's going to be doing so many lives a week for the rest of her life, right? It was like, as soon as we realized that, we kind of just got on the ball with it. And that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up for divine masculine. All right, so let's look at divine feminine, faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Both ears are on fire. All right, get ready for new horizons. I don't want to say tower moment, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a tower card. I'm getting this energy of surprise, like didn't see it coming. Maybe things have been so challenging for divine feminine that there's like something that sneaks up, something unexpected, something like where there's more than one option. All right, so 10 of Wands comes and it tells me it's going to be something that helps you release your burdens. 10 of Wands is this energy of, that's that energy I was talking about, that Capricorn energy where you feel like you have all the weight of the world on your shoulders, all the responsibility, right? So 2 of Swords comes out. Now 2 of Swords is showing us the new moon. Who was it? Minnow Pond taught us that on every 2 of Swords, that card that says you're stuck, you don't know what to do, there's nowhere to go, there's no options, is actually not true, because there's always a new moon, and the new moon represents new opportunities. I'm not saying that this energy right here with this card is necessarily new moon. It's definitely giving me like full moon and Capricorn energy, and you can see the moon and the 10 of Wands too, but it's this energy of like this energy is going to give you an opportunity to release your burdens in some way, to release your responsibilities in some way. And I want to say I put that in the free whatchamacallit spread, listen to me. The Capricorn Full Moon, I want to say it was, I don't know, I changed it so many times, but there was this part where we're learning that because we have so many responsibilities, how can you get out of your own way? That's it right there. How can you get out of your own way? So we're putting too much on our plate, right? A lot of you guys, when you get this reading, that's what's going to come up, is you're putting too much on your plate, and you're going to have to really focus on the things that you want and weed out the rest. That's how you're going to get rid of this heavy weight on your shoulders. And Queen of Wands is like, do it confidently. Do it confidently. Be confident in what it is that you've done, what it is, how far you've come, and where it is that you're going, right? On the bottom, King of Cups. Maybe that's it. Be confident in what you're doing and the situation with your King of Cups. King of Cups is my clue card for Divine Masculine. All right, let's look at the bridging energy next. So bridging energy was that reflect and redirect your energy, the impasse card. Hi, Jenna. I definitely got this energy of separation, but it's different. It's not separation like we're running, chasing separation. It's separation like we're determined. We know where we're going. And it's also this energy like there's only one road. So it's like we know that we're connected. There's not this fear of venturing onto like different routes or different directions. Two of Pentacles comes out. Look at that. Big confirmation. Different directions. There's definitely some fear there, though. Look, there's that Tower. And Four of Pentacles. I think we held on to a belief for too long. The belief is going to be the person, right? We're like, well, this person had to be important because they caused all of this to happen, right? So I think that is the belief system that's changing. That's what you're releasing. That's what you're letting go. And for Divine Feminine, that could have been what brought you those heavy burdens, right? I think that could be why you're able to release it, because now you understand that you both have purpose. I used to make a joke that my counterpart was not going to come sit here next to me and read tarot to you guys. Like, that would be super hilarious, but it's not going to happen, right? Like, he had his own purpose, his own thing he had to go do. And if you think about that, let's think about that for a second. I feel like sometimes people are like, Rosa's such Debbie Downer when it comes to this a spiritual awakening journey. And it's not true. I'm not Debbie Downer. I'm just being realistic, right? I'm just being realistic. Tell me, show me twins in union. Show me twins in union. Tell me anybody. 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 And here's what the point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to say that it doesn't happen. It does happen. But here's what I've noticed. Even when it does happen, they don't stay in union for long periods of time. Even when it does happen, it seems like one will pass, or something will happen and they end up going their separate ways anyway, and sometimes coming back together on and off, right? We've heard of that several times. And here's why, right? Because if God has these two lights, why would he put them in one place? Wouldn't it make more sense to put the light here so that this side can shine, and put the light here so that this side can shine? You guys get what I'm trying to say? Like, what would be the point of them being together? What would be the point? How would that serve God's purpose? Now, would it serve whoever's purpose because that's what they want or that's what they think they want? Well, yeah, of course. But there's a greater purpose to this type of awakening journey, right? And I just wanted to point out that the sun came out with judgment. And judgment is Scorpio energy. Not surprised, Scorpio energy always, right? But it's about hearing the calling, hearing the calling. I feel like that's what's happening. All right, so we're talking Capricorn full moon. And I do feel like I pick up on my energies a little earlier than most people. So I feel like I've already felt this energy, there definitely was something that happened that caused me to be even more dedicated to my family and my plan. And so I would say that was definitely some Capricorn full moon, right? All right, so strong Aries energy coming out, strong Capricorn energy, Saturn energy coming out, Mars, Emperor, Mars, the Tower, those are all Aries and Scorpio energy. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. All right, now I'm going to look at head, heart, and higher self. I'm starting with divine masculine. You have the focus card coming out. I see the butterfly on the third eye. So divine masculine could be experiencing third eye awakening. It's when we get the knowing, right? It's where we go through this awakening where we question everything. And this really makes sense for what's happening with divine masculine right now. But it's like, you were questioning, did I see this? Is it really happening to me? Am I really on the spiritual awakening journey? And then all of a sudden you have what they call a third eye awakening. And it's the crown, or not the crown chakra, I'm sorry, the brow chakra, right there in the middle of the forehead. It's this energy where it's a chakra where you receive the information, you receive the downloads. So it's like it gives you this feeling like you know something 110%. You're so sure of it now. As before, you were kind of questioning, is this really happening? Is this true? Now there's a knowing, right? So that could be happening to divine masculine. All right, let's look at the heart space for divine masculine. So what are they feeling at this time? Self-love comes out. So again, more confirmation that finding and gaining happiness is important to them right now. Mental health has really been at the top of the priority list for divine masculine. So I'm not really too surprised to see self-love there. This definitely could be some messages, but I'm actually not picking that up this time around. I feel like that's actually the energy in divine masculine's heart space. Acceptance comes out for the higher self lesson. The numbers are sticking out to me, 1464. But acceptance is this energy of coming together with spirit, coming towards the light. I feel like this divine masculine is actively taking steps to go towards the light, to come out of dark night of the soul. Action. So big confirmation, like actively taking steps. I mean, this could be anything. This could be self-care. This could be meditation. This could be making a practice of these things, a daily routine. This could be therapy, counseling, medication, all kinds of things, right? It could be all kinds of things. It's really good to see, right? Yes, guys, if it resonates, make sure to hit those buttons for me. How's everybody doing with the new schedule? It's not too bad, right? For the summer, 9 p.m. I almost feel like it's easier for some of us than 9 p.m. I miss the elements. I miss doing the signs. I feel like I'm going to do one here soon for like a members only, doing all 12 signs. Maybe we'll do it with the Capricorn full moon, right? All right, let's look at divine feminine. We have new beginnings coming out in the headspace. So that is your goal. That is where your focus is. I know it is for me. I'm done with the old. I've released the past. The past does not define me, all of that stuff, right? And it's like I've walked through the threshold. I am now dedicated, fully committed to new beginning. It's number 2. All right, let's look at the heart space for divine feminine. We have expect the unexpected. And I kind of felt that over here with that faraway places. I kind of expected the Tower card to come out for divine feminine. We did see the Tower card, which I think represents more of Mars energy. But I feel like there's something happening for divine feminine that's unexpected. Like maybe you just thought it wasn't going to happen or it wasn't possible, something like that. And it's like spirit makes it happen. Beautiful energy in the heart space. Again, I don't feel like that's messages back and forth. It's weird. The telepathy with the twins does seem like it has changed. I feel like it's not necessarily as important to exert energies or like push messages out. Does that make sense? Because now it's like it's a constant. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a constant humming. It's a constant communication. All right, let's look at higher self. Higher self lesson for divine feminine. We have the Hunter Moon card coming out, abundance. So divine feminine numbers are 2, 42, and 38. On the bottom is the masculine. I feel like this is just confirmation that divine feminine has balanced or is bringing her internal masculine and feminine energies to a balance. Again, if you're on this type of journey, that is key, right? That is what we're trying to do. All right, so we're gonna keep the OGs put up, guys. I haven't pulled them out in quite some time. I probably won't pull them out until we do the July twin flame current energy update. Tonight we're gonna do soulmate love messages. I'm gonna do 3 from divine masculine to divine feminine, and 3 from divine feminine to divine masculine. The sound of your laughter is like a drug to me. I like sleeping next to you. And you're like an angel that came into my life to heal and nurture me. There's something about the first one that's sticking out to me. The sound of your laughter is like a drug to me. There's this energy where, I don't know, I feel like somebody feels let down. Someone feels disappointed. It's like, maybe not sure if you'll, it's not the happiest feeling, but it's like this energy of like not sure if you'll hear them laugh again. It's this energy of wanting to hear the sound of their voice, the sound of their laughter. And I feel like you're like an angel that came into my life to heal and nurture me is just confirmation of their awakening, of their acceptance. All right, let's do 3 from divine feminine to divine masculine. And then I'm going to take a little break before we get to that list. All right, you appear often in my dreams. Wow, look at this one. Your voice has a therapeutic effect on me. I could listen to you for hours. So there's definitely something about the communication. There's definitely something about the sounds of voice and laughter. Last one, you inspire me so much. You are my muse. When I'm sad, I look at pictures of your pictures and I feel better was on the bottom. All right, I pulled out the chakra love cards for guidance. But I also pulled out the Moonology Oracle because I couldn't decide. So we're going to do both. Creation comes out. It's the sacral chakra. It says the flames of destruction will ignite a rebirth. I mean, couldn't get any more perfect than that, right? I do sense that separation, but I don't have like fear or anxiety or none of that. I feel like the connection is strong. And I feel like it's all about what we create from here on out. I think we're all focused on creating the life that we want in this lifetime, in this 3D reality, right? But it's definitely this energy of this impasse. Like we've went as long as we could go on this route, and it's like now we take a different route. All right, a little bit more guidance. A personal issue reaches a resolution. It's full moon in Cancer. We actually have full moon in Capricorn, and that is going to be opposing the sun in Cancer. Don't let your past hold you back. It's the South Node. On the bottom, a win-win outcome is forecast. It is full moon in Libra. All right, guys, that's going to be your collective. I hope that reading was helpful. Please give me just a few moments to catch my breath and drink some tea, soothe my throat a little bit, and I will be right back. All right, guys, thank you. Sorry, I did close the list. That is going to be for our free readings. I hope everyone is getting the Capricorn Full Moon spread. I had to refill my tea. And get me a cold water. So yes, guys, free list is closed. Guys, don't forget, you can get personal readings in my Etsy shop and on our PLR website. I do offer live one-on-one readings. And I know we talked about birth charts earlier, but seriously, if you guys want a consultation, someone to go over your birth chart with you, if you want a full interpretation of what your chart means, all of those links will be in the description box of this video. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just writing what's down so I don't have to keep scrolling back up. I'm going, who's next? Who's next? All right, so Vanessa on Facebook is going to be first. Victoria on YouTube. Sherry on YouTube. Mallory, I'm so glad to see you again, Mallory. Facebook, Pooja, I've missed you so much, Pooja. Jenna, Michelle, and William wants to be last. Okay. All right. All right. Let me clear the video. Let me know, ladies, did I turn the music off? Sometimes I forget, and then I'm competing with the music in the background, and people are like, can't hear what you're saying. Michelle says, the birth chart reading is well worth it. Helped me understand a lot about myself. I love it. Oh, thank you, Michelle. All right, so Vanessa is first, and she wants Capricorn Moon. I love the first one on the Capricorn Moon because it's going to be the biggest thing. It tells us what's going on. All right. I'm going to use Energy Oracle. I may clarify a little bit with the Gilded Tarot. And I'm going to pull your guidance from the Moonology Oracle. All right, so the first thing I'm looking at is what is draining you? What is draining you? What's taking all of your energy? The Deceit card comes out. It's that man behind the curtain card. It's the card that says someone is trying to deceive you or trying to hide something from you, or they're trying to control you from it's definitely giving me a lot of times when we see this card, Vanessa, I get Wizard of Oz feeling. You know that movie Wizard of Oz, and you know how there was the big scary voice that ruled the whatever, and it was the little short guy behind the curtain in the Wizard of Oz. It's that type of feeling. It's like there's someone around you that maybe doesn't have a lot of power or doesn't have a lot of control in their own life. So it's like they're trying to like rule over yours or control something over yours. So that is energy that is draining you. Let's look at how you can get out of your own way. Capricorn energy is going to help us do that. I feel like by allowing us to release a lot of things that weren't ever our responsibility to begin with, right? But it's like this energy where we feel like we have to do everything. Door to romance comes out. So it could be a love situation. It could be the idea of locking the heart away. That's one of the first things I see with the door to romance card. But the card talks about how there's an opportunity for there to be romance. And you have to decide, are you going to unlock the cage and let the heart out and let the heart be free? Or are you going to keep the heart locked away? So, I mean, that's pretty easy. Let's say you are really standoffish and you have your heart just super locked up and you're like, nope, this thing is wrapped around, you know, there's brick walls around this heart. Then the key is going to be to remove the brick walls, right? And let the heart be free. And if you have let the heart be free, then it could be that you need more structure, more foundation, maybe more barriers, more, not barriers, but like more protection, right? All right, let's look at who or what is trying to come into your life at this time. So here's what happens, guys. We fill our space and our time and our energetic field with all of this unnecessary stuff that we don't need. Did you see me not cuss? And it's like we don't get to get the things that we want or need because we're too busy filling our space with things that we don't want and don't need, right? So now let's look and see, Vanessa, what or who is trying to come into your life? What or who is trying to come into your life? Goddess of the moon. This could be about your own intuition. This could be about your own connection with your own higher self. I think that's the message right there. All right. So, Vanessa, I'm going to pull the guidance card, but I'm going to do this thing that I like to do where I'm not going to show it to you. And I'm going to clarify this deceit card because it's throwing me off a little bit and I don't like it. All right, so death comes out right away. Strong Scorpio energy. I almost wanted to say someone that is, you could feel like you're scared of them, but I think they're scared of you. I think the reason this person could be trying to control or manipulate or do something like behind the curtain type of thing is because they fear you leaving. They fear you choosing something else. They fear you. It's this energy where like they almost realize that you don't see, okay, I don't know if this is going to make sense or not, but like, and I'm not saying this is the case, Vanessa, but let's just say, for example, that there's this relationship, and it could be a work relationship, it could be a love relationship, I don't know. There could be a relationship where it's you and this other partner, and you are worthy or deserving or something like that of so much more than this partnership is giving you. But it's like they know that and you maybe don't see it. So it's like now they know that you're going to see it or you're going to realize it, something like that. And I mean, it's death card, so it could be strong Scorpio energy, right? Sun, moon, rising, Mars. Yeah, 10 of Cups is on the bottom, so happy home, happy family. I feel like it could be some type of relationship. All right, now let's pull the guidance. Ready? Step out of your comfort zone. It's the North Node. So go where you haven't been. Do the thing that scares you most, right? Get out of your comfort zone. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. She said, my heart is locked. Step out of your comfort zone. who's the partner? Who's the person that realizes that you're about to I don't know. It's like this energy. Like, let's say it's a work situation. It doesn't be a love situation. Let's say it's a work situation. We did see 10 of Cups, though, right? But let's say it's a work situation where it's like, man, she could take my job. This could be like your boss that realizes you do his job better than he does. You see what I'm saying? It could be something like that. Oh, an ex. Ew. Well, now I understand. I understand why the heart is locked away. All right, so I just want to say, I don't know. You have to decide if you want to keep it that way. And maybe the shocking thing that happens to a lot of us divine feminine energies is that we thought something was going to go a certain way, and we start working on our healing journey, and we attract someone else that's also on a healing journey. You see what I'm saying? And it's way better than what we originally wanted in the first place, right? All right, Victoria. Victoria is next. Thank you, Victoria. All right, so Capricorn, I didn't write down the readings, but I'm assuming we're doing Capricorn Full Moon. Thank you, Vanessa. All right, so what is draining you? 2 cards come out, Door to Value and the World. The World is responsibility. It's that Saturn energy. It's the energy of I have all these responsibilities, all these duties. The weight of the world is on my shoulder. This could be a financial situation. Or you could have went through something that was draining you financially. And now you see something for what it is. Like now the World card talks about how this man walks down to the end of the pier and he's looking down at the world, and it's supposed to be like God or source, right? And it's supposed to be like he's watching us, but it's like he has the perfect like viewpoint, right? To see like the whole world, the bigger picture. So it's this energy where it's like something could have been draining you financially, and it's like now you see like maybe why something had to happen. Maybe now you see that you were putting too much on your plate, something like that. Maybe you were doing something for financial reasons. All right, let's look and see how you can get out of your own way. How you can get out of your own way. We have the 5th chakra. So it's going to be the throat chakra. You're not speaking up for yourself, or you're not saying the things that need to be said. And this could be the complete opposite. So Victoria, if you feel like, no, I stand up for myself all the time and I speak the things all the time, then it's going to be listening. Then you're not listening when you need to listen, right? So it's because the throat chakra, I know a lot of times we just think it has to do with like talking or speaking, but it's actually also about listening. So it's very possible. So again, it's going to be how it relates to you. If you feel like you're like me, I'm the type of person where I'm quick. My mouth, I'm talking all the time. It's like blah, 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 blah. And I definitely struggle with the listening part of the throat chakra, right? So that could be the issue there. All right, let's look at who or what is trying to come into your life. Who or what? 2 cards again, woman holding a coin and community. Woman holding a coin, it could have something to do with value. It could have something to do with your value. It could have something to do with spiritual value, because I see the black cat. Community could be like minds. Like PLR tribe. It could be someone that's teaching you about your spiritual abilities. It could be someone that's joining your soul tribe or soul family. All right, so the guidance that comes out, your dreams need a practical plan. It's full moon in Taurus. Confidence is your key to success. I did pick up the confidence energy a lot. And I will say, like, a lot of times when people act confident or they exert a lot of confidence, it's actually the opposite. A lot of times when people do that, it means that um, they're not confident, right? I feel like, I don't know, let's use the PLR for example. So like I have to write these scripts, right? I'm actually manifesting, but I have to write like what I'm gonna talk about each time that I get ready to do it, right? Because if I just wing it and I just go out there and I'm like, oh, we're just gonna talk about whatever, I'm not as confident. There's a lot more ums in what I'm saying, right? And it's like when I plan ahead, I make a script, I know what I want to talk about, I make my points, my outline, then it's like I'm much more confident in what it is that I'm saying. There's something about being confident in what it is that you're capable of that's really sticking out here. On the bottom, the temple path. So just want to say, if you felt like you were going astray or going down the wrong path, something like that, the temple path is that card that says not possible, not possible. All right, guys, I'm going to clean up just a little here. We have Sherry next. Sherry on YouTube, say hi to me in the comments. Thank you, Victoria. All right, Sherry, I hope we're doing Capricorn Full Moon. I'm going to start out with the energy that is draining you. What is draining you? Door to personal healing and happiness, Angel of Love. Angel of Love comes out when unconditional love is needed. So this could be one or two things. Someone could be blocking your doorway to personal healing and happiness, and that could be what's draining you. That person could, not be giving you unconditional love, and that could be why this angel is here. But I think it's going to be you blocking your doorway and you needing to give yourself unconditional love. Because we are about to look at that energy of how can you get out of your own way. So it's like this feeling like something's here blocking this. I can't get out through the threshold. I can't go into happiness and healing because something is in my way here. All right, so let's see. How can you get out of your own way? The thinking woman. Are you overthinking? The journey card. Are you having obsessive thoughts about your journey or about your counterpart energy? So the thinking woman is the card that says that someone comes into your environment and teaches you something that you've been trying to figure out. But with the thinking woman card, I always see the books, and I always get this energy of like library books, doing research. There's something here, Sherry, about like you're going through something and you're not understanding why you're experiencing something. And it's like it's keeping you from being able to go through this door to personal healing and happiness. And it's going to be like something that you could research, something you could find out. This could have something to do Man, there's so much stuff coming out tonight. But this has something to do with like family lineage, like family um, genetic, like health issues, something like that. There's something you need to figure out or learn about that like you've been dealing with for a long time, and maybe you didn't like have the information you needed. Because I'm not getting like you're trying to block your own doorway. I'm getting like you're actively trying to work on healing, work on finding happiness, work on staying happy, right? Like staying in higher vibrational energy. So it's like there's going to be something that you don't know, something that needs a little more research. All right, let's look and see what or who is trying to come into your life. The world comes out. This is going to be spirit, source. Jerry, how do you feel that your connection with spirit is? Like, how do you feel your connection with source is? Do you feel like you can ask God for anything? Like, do you wake up in the morning and you're like, I know I'm going to have a good day because I'm here, I'm blessed, and God's got my back? Like, do you have that type of energy, or do you have this feeling like, I can't get it right? I feel like I'm letting somebody down. I am not perfect. Um, it's this feeling of like beating up on myself when I shouldn't be doing that. So tell me which one is it? She just says, wow. I feel like you're being hard on yourself, and I feel like your connection with source, it could be suffering because of it. It's not suffering on source's part. And when I say source, spirit, I'm talking about God, okay? It's just, I know we have all these labels, but like it's not God's fault. There's not a connection problem because God has done anything wrong. There's a connection problem because you feel like you're not worthy of, or like you don't have God's love, or you don't have, like, God doesn't have your back. God does have your back, but you could feel at times like maybe you're letting spirit down, and so maybe like spirit's not helping you as much as you think that he should, something like that. You see what I'm trying to say? And like that's not the case at all. It's going to be something about you being hard on yourself. It's going back to this personal healing and happiness story. It's like you blocking your own doorway. On the bottom is the Sun card, which again is about bright joy and happiness. The child is sticking out to me in that picture, so it could have something to do with youth. Could be your youth. All right, let's do guidance. You have luck is on your side. It's new moon and Sagittarius. A personal issue reaches resolution. It's new moon in Cancer. I think this has something to do with family, immediate family, like moms, dads, children. And I think that luck is on your side because you've taken a direction, because you've aimed that bow and arrow and you've taken a direction. And the direction was towards a personal healing and happiness. I do feel like you're struggling with like internal strength. And I don't mean like internal strength to be capable of doing something. I mean like internal compassion, internal understanding. Like you have love and compassion, and you're finding compassion for everyone out here, but you need to find it for you in here. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that was helpful. I feel super emotional. She said kinda in between. All right. So next we have Mallory. Mallory on Facebook. Say hi to me. Talking to heaven, please. We gotta mix up here. Thank you, Sherry. The first thing I noticed was going to be the unicorn. I went to I went to open the cards and I seen the unicorn. Just realized I had a little wax on my talking to heaven card, so that's pretty interesting. Really spirit's doing at night. All right. So Mallory, I'm gonna need you to think of your person. Think of who you're wanting to get a message from. Ooh. I did, guys. I got a little wax on my cards, and it's so weird. It's coming from my blue tarot candle, but I can't remember like when I would have had that. All right, let's try this again. All right, and I'm gonna read it out of the book. A lot of times people will say that the message that comes out of the book sometimes sounds like the person that they're thinking of. So she says her dad. All right, so the card is you are never alone, and you can see the lighthouse in the picture, guiding light type of energy, like I'm showing you the way. Lighthouses could be significant for you also, you and this person. All right, so I'm going to read it. It says, I am here with you now. I'm standing right beside you. Heaven isn't up in the sky. It's another dimension and frequency level, parallel with the earthly physical plane. Every moment of every day, you are accompanied by powerful and loving guardian angels who watch over you from their dimension. They interact with your physical experience to help you bring divine spirit into the earth plane. Without spirit, the physical world would wither because spirit is the life force energy of everything and everyone. The angels and guides, including me, who accompany you, are heavenly entourage of loving supporters. You, like everyone, have access to heaven's help by acknowledging and attuning to this higher dimension. Meditation. Okay, this part's going to be important. Meditation, music, nature walks, creativity, and other gentle actions help you connect with us consciously. We are here. We are with you. Okay, so I know you said something about your dad, but you have like a whole crew, right? Like there's a whole tribe over there. This could be like ancestors. It could be other passed on loved ones that you know that you met in this lifetime. It could be past lifetimes, right? Spirit guide, spirit team. So I was being told, okay, hold on. So when I cleanse my area, like when I'm getting ready to do these lives, Mallory, I have this little prayer that I do. And when it's like who I'm calling on to help me through this process, right? So I'll say like I'm calling my angels, my ancestors, my spirit guides, and my spirit team. It's like a whole spiel right before, right? So there's something about that that like maybe you could do also. especially in those times where you're feeling alone or you're feeling like disconnected from this energy. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, Pooja. Pooja, you're going to be next. And let me know which reading, Pooja. Let me look at it real quick so you can see them. Then we have Jenna, Michelle, and William, who wants to be last. Thank you, Mallory. All right, Pooja, the first thing I'm going to look at is what is draining you? What is draining you? We have the fifth chakra again coming out. Magician in the mirror. The trumpet is sticking out. You have a calling. You have a want to go do your calling. You have a want to use your abilities when you go do your calling. And I feel like it's not going to be you following your calling that's draining you. It's you not following the calling that's draining you. So it's like, you have purpose, you have a calling, you have something you need to do, but you're over here doing the 3D, like realistic type of things, and you're not doing that. And so since you're not doing that, it's like that could be draining you. So there's going to be something that you're supposed to be doing that has to do with your spiritual awakening and your abilities. It could have something to do with like speaking them, like just telling people, hey, I'm having this awakening journey. But I think it has something to do with the calling because the trumpet is sticking out to me. Magician in the mirror, it could have something to do with your twin, what type of awakening journey you're on. All right, let's look and see how can you get out of your own way. We have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. This is heart chakra. Finding compassion. It could be compassion for others, compassion and understanding for others, but I think it's more about, this is the thing about spiritual awakening, guys. When you're having these spiritual awakenings, you start to realize that you are of importance. And when you realize you're of importance and you have to start pouring into your own cup and you have to start enforcing your boundaries and taking care of you, it makes us feel selfish. It makes us feel like, oh my gosh, who am I to do this? I'm supposed to be giving to everyone else. And then we realize, but we're just giving our depletion. We're just pouring our depletion. So it's like we really want to pour our love and our authenticity, the real us into these people, right? So it's like we have to learn how to love ourselves. There's this energy there about being too hard on yourself, not giving yourself enough compassion, not giving yourself enough understanding. All right, Pooja, let's see who wants to come into, it's supposed to be what or who, but I immediately said who, so let's see what comes out. We have the contract. Wow. So that's what's wanting to come into your life. This could, I don't mean to do that, so sorry. This could definitely be the twin flame contract, of course. And this could even also be like a contract or a partnership with something or someone else. But it's something about the scales being balanced. So if it is counterpart energy, the scales were not balanced before, and it's like now the scales are balanced. All right, let's pull some guidance, Moonology Oracle for Pooja. Capricorn, full moon, prosperity lies ahead. It's new moon in Taurus. On bottom, you're very close to achieving your goal. It's the gibbous moon. All right, Pooja, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. It's weird because it's definitely giving me like twin vibes, but it's also giving me like ambition, work, career, that type of thing. I get those callings, but which course to take, I'm not able to decide. Oh, I so understand that. I do, Pooja, I do. Thank you, Pooja. All right, Jenna is next. Is it Jenna or Michelle? Michelle. No, Jenna. Jenna is next, and then Michelle. Guys, don't forget, I'll be back Tuesday night. Tuesday night, we'll do the Divine Masculine Celtic Cross, where we look at the heart of the matter for the week for Divine Masculine. And Thursday, we will do the other half with Divine Feminine. All right, Jenna. So first two cards that come out is what is draining you, caring, connection, and hostilities. Someone's jelly, right? Okay, so you have this connection with someone, and we all know who the someone is. So caring connection is a really specific card in the energy oracle. It talks about these two people that meet in a work environment, very charismatic. There's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for here? A lot of energy between these two people. They vibe very well together. They work very well together. A lot of times people think that these two people are in a relationship, that they're this close, but they're not. It's just this connection, right? And it talks about how you start as friends and it grows into something much more unexpected, right? Hostilities coming out with that. I do not feel that your counterpart is being hostile towards you. I feel that someone is being hostile because of the connection. So there could be some karmic energy attached to someone there. So Jenna, if that's the case, like let's say your person is healing, they're awakening, but they are attached to this karmic situation, person, relationship, job, I don't know. You'll need to practice some protective, I just say little prayers. I just say little prayers. I mean, sometimes I burn some sage, but for the most part, I just say little prayers. And honestly, the thing that's I feel like is most giving is I say a prayer for that person, right? Like the karmic energy. That's where I send the love. That's where I send the compassion. That's where I send the understanding. And I think that's what helps most. But there could definitely be like some words, some volatileness, right? It's jealousy is what it is, being thrown, at you in your direction. Maybe you don't know, like maybe you don't talk to them, but it's like the energy is out there. All right, let's look and see how you can get out of your own way. How you can get out of your own way. We have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. And this is going to be about your sorry. This is going to be about your connection to spirit. It has something to do with your creativity because it's 7th chakra, crown chakra, and it's like creativity coming from source type of energy. So how you can get out of your own way. Maybe you need to be more creative. Maybe you need to be more confident in what you're creating, something like that. Maybe you need to be more confident in your connection to source. Maybe you need to be more confident that there's value in your connection. All right, let's look at what or who is trying to come into your life. Storm warning comes out. Okay, so I don't want to, Jenna, because I mean it's such a you always have such high vibing energy. So here's what happens, Jenna, when we have these high vibing energies, like people get upset and they don't know how to get their own high vibing energy. So it's like, they have to act a certain way towards you or treat you a certain way. I think something is fixing to happen with this karmic energy that's going to clear a path. I feel like this energy has been blocking you or in the way for quite some time. It was making something like impassable, and now, and not impossible, like impassable. Like you weren't able to pass it. Like if I'm on a road, it was like it was blocking the road. I couldn't get to the other side. So it's like it's going to clear that out so you can finally get to the other side. All right, some guidance. All right, it says the answers you need are coming. It's full moon in Gemini. So definitely giving off some twin vibes. It says be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon is on the bottom. Remember, this Capricorn full moon is impacting those cardinal signs. So I would say go check your birth chart, Jenna, and check those cardinal signs. Also check counterpart energy and check their cardinal signs. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, so now Michelle's turn. Diana, hello. Jenna, I love it. I'll get it. I'll get the right one eventually. It'll pop up there. All right, so Michelle is next. Michelle, the first card I seen was that I forget what it is, happy family, happy home, happy family card. All right, Michelle, first thing we're looking at is what is draining you. It came out right away. Rest and rejuvenation, woman holding a heart. This is that energy. This is the energy we talked about with the Capricorn full moon. Too many responsibilities, trying to make everyone happy, trying to be like the love for everyone. There's going to be something around you or someone around you that needs to learn how to do that for themselves internally. And I think you may be teaching them how to do that by setting an example. What's draining you, though, is the feeling of thinking that you're responsible for making everyone happy. All right, so how you can get out of your own way. Third chakra comes out. This is going to be that solar plexus chakra. This is the chakra that's 2 inches above the belly button. Citrine is the stone that I like to use with this chakra. But the third chakra is where we store our personal power. So it's like something, you're giving your personal power to something. Most likely the idea that you have to make everyone happy. All right, what, man, your cards are just flying out. I dropped that one. All right, the thinking man comes out for what or who is trying to come into your environment. Door to value is on the bottom, so whoever this is important. But the thinking man, clearly it's going to be a person. The looks could have something. The person had like, I want to say it's like reddish brown hair. And there's something about like the bump on his nose that's sticking out. But anyway, the thinking man says that someone comes into your environment and teaches you something you've been trying to figure out, kind of like the thinking woman. But the thinking woman, it's like knowledge or wisdom. And the thinking man, it's a value. It's something that's valuable. I think someone comes into your environment and teaches you how valuable you are. All right, let's do some guidance. Bring love into the situation. It's new moon in Aquarius. Again, be bold and make the first move on the bottom, the cardinal moon. All right, Michelle, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, last one. Last one. Who is not John M. Cafe? What is, I've seen that earlier. Like, what is that? All right. William wants to be last is last. William, can you say hi to me in the comments? Tricky. Oh, look at there. Thank you, Michelle. All right, so Capricorn full moon. I'll tell you a secret about William that some of you may not know, but William is a Capricorn. Capricorn sun, to be exact. All right, let's see. What is draining you? Angel of Strength comes out. Healer of the Ages is on the bottom. So active action, active steps in your healing journey. So Angel of Strength is the card that says this angel comes down when an internal strength is needed. And Healer of the Ages is like my Jesus card. It's like where you're being saved. So that doesn't necessarily tell me what's draining you, but it does tell me what's happening to you. The Healer of the Ages card in the Energy Oracle says that this being comes down to bring you massive healing. Queen of Pentacles comes out, learning to become your own resource. So having to find all the resources could be draining. This is masculine energy. You see that peacock? So it's like you are a masculine who is taking active action in your healing journey. The Fool card is on the bottom. So it's like you could feel like you're having to take a leap of faith. All right, let's look and see how you can get out of your own way. I'm going to say it probably has something to do with like putting too much on your own plate, feeling like you have to do a whole bunch of something. Indecision, too much of something. Indecision is the card that talks about the comfort zone. So I know it talks about like making choices, yada, yada, yay. But it's actually the picture where it shows Little Red Riding Hood. It's not Little Red Riding Hood. It's just a person with wearing like this red cloak, but it reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood. And if you remember the story of Little Red Riding Hood, like the big bad wolf, right? She's scared. She doesn't want to be out in the woods. The big bad wolf's going to get her. Okay, so indecision is this card of fear keeping you stuck in your comfort zone. So indecision, I always say, like, you can make a choice. You can go this way and you start to go that way and you get halfway down the path, but then the path gets really foggy and you can't see what's going to be ahead. So you're like, nope, I don't want to go that way. I change my mind. You come back to the comfort zone, the thing that you know, which isn't really comfortable. It's just this old sticky tree, right? And then it's like you make this decision, you go down this route, but again, you get about halfway and you can't see what's coming ahead. So your faith is not bigger than your fear, right? So you run back to this place that you know, the old sticky tree, and you just stay there and you just face this tree. You can't move forward, you can't go backwards, you can't really make any move because you're stuck in front of this tree. And the comfort zone, I always say, is not necessarily something that's comfortable. You may not actually even like it, but it's something that you know. So it's like you just stay there because that's what you know. The indecision card, how you need to get out of your own way. You need to make a decision and stick to it. You need to make a decision and stop thinking that it's the wrong decision. One, there's no mistakes. Okay, there's absolutely no mistakes. Our soul chose a path when it came down here, and it said, I want to learn all these different things. So anything that you're experiencing down here is something that your soul chose. It wanted to learn, wanted to experience. You're always going to get realigned back to where you're supposed to be. That's just the way it is, right? So stop beating yourself up about making bad decisions or doing something wrong. No such thing. But pick a route, make a choice, and go that way. Don't keep coming back to the comfort zone because you're not making any progress that way. In order to make progress, you're going to have faith that's bigger than your fear. All right, let's look at what or who is trying to come into your life. What or who, look at that. Big confirmation. So we have two cards, the sun and anxiety. So it's like God's not going to tell me that anxiety is trying to come into your life, William. No, anxiety is already there, right? So happiness, joy, that's the sun. Bright joy, bright happiness, all these good things is the sun energy, but you're experiencing anxiety, and that's what's keeping this energy at bay. So I don't know if you heard it at the beginning, but at the beginning, I talked about this spread that I made for the Capricorn Full Moon. And I said that we're going to look at something that's trying to come into your life, because a lot of times these other cards, these other energies really are taking up our energetic space, right? And it's like the good things that we actually want or need can't come in because these other things are taking up our energetic space. For you, it's going to be the anxiety. That's going to be what you're healing. That's what you need to release. Your faith is going to have to become bigger than your fear. On the bottom was the woman holding a coin. Woman holding a coin talks about understanding your worth. Once you feel worthy, once you realize that you are worthy, that you have great purpose, that you have something that you have to do, I feel like that's when that faith over fear happens. That's when you realize that there's no need for you to have anxiety. So your guidance, guess what? Ready? North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Leave the old sticky tree behind. Make a decision. Make a decision and stick to it, and bless you. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for coming in here and participating and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so very, very much. Don't forget, we are going to be doing divine masculine, divine feminine energies. Diana, did you want to do a card? This Tuesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. So make sure to come back and join us for that. If you missed the beginning, we talked about Capricorn Full Moon. I gave a lot of information on the 5 need-to-know facts you need to know with this full moon. I talked about tips on how to practice self-care with this full moon and tips on how to manifest with this full moon. So all of that information could be very helpful. So make sure to check that out. All right, Diana, I'm going to pull a Queen of the Moon. Let's see what comes out for Diana. Self-love comes out and patience comes out. Spirit's asking you to do something where you need to focus on yourself. You're wanting to take action to go get something. I almost said that's yours or meant to be yours or you want it to be yours, but Spirit's asking you to know that that outcome is going to work out the way it's supposed to. And right now you're supposed to be focused on you. This could have something to do with, like, maybe you're trying to do something and Spirit's saying, I'm going to allow you to do this thing if you can just take care of you now, so that when you go to do the thing, you're ready, you're prepared, you're healed, you're nourished, that type of thing. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate all of you so very much. I hope to see everyone Tuesday night. Personal readings, guys, always in my Etsy shop and over on our PLR website. Links are always going to be in the description box. I love you guys so very much, and I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.